For today's short meditation, let us turn our pages to Psalms 55 verses 22 to 23. It says, "Cast your cares on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never let the righteous fall." This promise tells us as the Christians, we all have our own burdens. And here we see David is not talking about concern for others, or although it is good to bear one another's burdens, instead he means that the burdens that the Lord has allowed each one of us to bear. And in one of the translation it reads, "Cast what He has given thee upon the Lord." So here we see how David encourages us to give the burdens to the Lord. And we have to see that these burdens are not something out of ordinary situations, or it's not something like accidents, but these are the appointments. The burdens that we have in our life today is what God has ordained for you, what God has ordained on us. And unless they are the result of our own rebellious way against our sinful nature, it is being ordained from God. These burdens are not given to us to make us worse or to be a failure, but these burdens are there to help us grow. They are there to help us to exercise and grow a very strong muscle in faith in God. These burdens are there to build our faith in God, not to destroy us. They teach us how to trust God and how to live a day at a time. This promise also tells us that we can cast these burdens, all the burdens that we carry, on the Lord. Peter says in 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7, he says, "Cast all your care upon Him, for He cares for you." We have a very caring God on us, and the thing that we need to do is to put all our burdens to Him. And the Lord gives us these burdens. Then He says, "Give those burdens to me back." And He not only says to give the burdens back, but He also says to give ourselves to Him. So when we are surrendering all our burdens to God, it's not just about the burdens. God wants even us to surrender to Him, not just putting all our burdens, putting all our worries on Him, but He expects putting ourselves also to Him. You know, an example is when we go in a lift, especially, we don't just put all our luggage in the lift. What we do, we go along with our luggage, with the suitcase or whatever the bags that you're carrying. We carry them along in the lift with ourselves. It's similarly when we carry out all our burdens to God, we need to carry even ourselves. We need to submit ourselves. It's not just putting all our burdens and our worries on Him and asking God to take care of it. God is also expecting us to put ourselves to Him. You have to notice that these verses doesn't say that He will keep us away from the problem. It doesn't say that He will deliver us and keep us safe from all these problems and troubles and burdens all the time. But we need to be aware that He is going to use these problems, use these burdens to build up our character, to build up our attitude. But He'll make sure the righteous will not be moved. In verse 23 is what we see, that He will make sure that the righteous will not be moved. And cast your burden on the Lord and let Him sustain us. It's not just we have to put only our burdens, only our troubles, but even surrendering ourselves, even putting ourselves before Him, where God can take care of everything because He cares for us. Giving our burdens to our God is an act of faith, and giving ourselves and letting Him to use to carry our burden will help us grow in faith in Him. So let us not just put and ask for God for our benefits, not just with deceitful hearts putting all our worries onto Him, but also we need to make sure we put ourselves also to Him so He can take care of us. So let us continue our day without any worries because God cares for us, and let us live one day at a time as these verses encourage us to be. And the thing we need to be aware is to put all our burdens and ourselves before Him and to seek Him, because these burdens and these situations are not to destroy us, but these are there to help us and build us a strong faith in God. Amen.